Hi friend, come on in. If you want a thick, creamy soup but do not want to make a roux or stir up a flour slurry, this is an easier way. This creamy chicken and potato soup uses pantry staples and is thickened without flour or a roux. This is the kind of soup built from winter storage vegetables. Potatoes, carrots, and onions may not sound exciting, but together they create a hearty, comforting base that feels like a full meal. Start by cubing the potatoes into bite-sized pieces and dicing the carrots and onions. I place the potatoes in water while I prep. This prevents browning and rinses away excess surface starch. If you have leftover cooked potatoes, those can be diced and added later instead. In a medium Dutch oven or stock pot, melt some butter and add the carrots and onions. The butter builds richness right from the start. Onions take longer to soften than most people expect, so give them time. I look for them to turn translucent and tender rather than browned for this soup. Once softened, add the drained potatoes and let them cook in the butter for a few minutes. They do not need to be fully cooked yet. This step simply helps them absorb flavor. When the edges of the potatoes begin to look slightly translucent, add the garlic, salt, pepper, and a pinch of dill. Spices bloom best in hot fat, so giving them a minute in the butter deepens their flavor. Potatoes require more salt than you might think, so season now and plan to adjust later depending on the saltiness of your stock. If you have white pepper, this is a great place to use it for a smooth appearance, but black pepper works just as well. Pour in about 4 cups of chicken stock or vegetable stock if you prefer. Bouillon paste or powder also works. Bring the soup to a gentle simmer and cook until the potatoes are fork tender but not falling apart. By then, the carrots and onions should be fully softened. For protein, add shredded cooked chicken. This is optional, but it turns the soup from a side dish into a complete meal. Keep the pieces spoon-sized so every bite feels balanced. I do this by giving it a shred, then running my knife through a few times to ensure there are no large shreds remaining. Now for the thickening. Stir in a handful of potato flakes along with milk or cream. Potato flakes dissolve quickly and thicken naturally because they are simply dehydrated potatoes. They create body without flour, which makes this method especially useful if you are avoiding gluten or just want a simpler technique. If you have leftover mashed potatoes, those can be stirred in instead. For a lighter option, a scoop of pureed cauliflower can add thickness with a slightly different flavor. Warm the soup gently after adding the milk to prevent curdling. Adjust the seasoning, adding more salt, pepper, or dill if needed. What you end up with is a thick, creamy soup that feels substantial without complicated steps. It is practical, filling, and built from ingredients you likely already have on hand. Serve it with bread or crackers, and dinner is done.